The 8BitDo Lite SE has a beautiful design, small enough to keep in your bag or pocket, and with all front-facing buttons, including separate dedicated L3 and R3 inputs. The little controller shows a ton of potential for customization for on-the-go and tabletop gaming. You can use this on your Switch, Android device, Raspberry Pi, and iOS device. The Lite SE was designed to be a compact, mobile, and reasonably priced controller to meet the needs of gamers with limited mobility. Lite SE was created in collaboration with two passionate members of the 8BitDo community, father and son Andreas and Oscar Carlson. One of the primary goals of the Lite SE was to engineer buttons and joysticks with less resistance and greater sensitivity, allowing for gamers with limited mobility to play with greater flexibility. Works with Android devices, Nintendo Switch, Raspberry Pi, and iOS. Features include rubber mat to keep the controller held in place. Buttons have less resistance for easy pressing. Joysticks are more sensitive for easy use. L3 and R3 are separated inputs. Vibration, motion sensor, customizable turbo function. 480 mAh rechargeable Li-ion battery. 18 play hours with 1 to 2 hour charging time, wireless Bluetooth and USB-C charging and connection. While the layout may seem bizarre at first, we must look at 8BitDo's mission statement about the controller's purpose. This gamepad was designed for accessibility and for those who may have limited mobility, thus the application of all front-facing buttons. Included in the box is the 8BitDo Lite SE Bluetooth gamepad, a USB-C cable, and instruction manual. On the left, we have standard directional inputs, a la Joy-Con, and above that we have inputs for L2 and L. On the right-hand side, we have the standard Y, X, A, and B buttons, and above them, there's R and R2 inputs. In the center at the top are the plus and minus, as well as a mode switch for swapping between Switch and Android modes. In the Switch mode, you can also connect your iPhone via Bluetooth. Above the dual analog sticks are dedicated L3 and R3 buttons. At the far left and right are the capture and home inputs. The controller connects immediately to the Switch by pressing the sync button at the top of the controller. The bottom of the controller has a soft foam intended as a non-slip mat for those who need to play with the controller on a surface. Input is snappy and the buttons all have a very satisfying clickiness. Analog sticks are smooth and comfortable, although the travel distance is fairly minimal due to the compact design. Thanks to the Switch's controller remapping function, it was quick to map out some fighter control schemes. I went ahead and did a light medium fierce setup to test out the pad with Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition. First off, the button placement can take some time to get used to and may call for some tweaks depending on your style. Once I was able to get a grip on the button placement, the controller really began to shine. Being able to switch between the directional buttons and analog stick depending on the precision of input I wanted was great. The directional buttons give the accuracy of keyboard inputs, while the stick gives you more of an arcade feel. Testing this with side-scrollers such as Metal Slug and Cuphead, I was definitely missing the option of a shoulder button for aiming, and any games that require you to hold a shoulder input will be cumbersome with this controller. For most side-scrollers, this shouldn't be too much of an issue, and by mapping the L3 or R3 buttons, I was able to find a bit of a workaround for the previously mentioned titles, although not incredibly convenient. For RPGs and slower-paced games, this controller is perfect. Testing with Dragon Quest XI, Live Alive, and Final Fantasy VII, the controller just works. I feel like this could be my go-to for gaming on the go when not wanting to hold the system. In a plane, on a park bench, multiplayer, or docked to the TV, you could almost use this controller one-handed for certain titles. So in the end, I love this little controller. It can be a secret fight pad, It's an RPG machine and a retro gaming gem if you don't mind the lack of a proper D-pad. While more modern side-scrollers or shooters might require some tweaking, the positives far outweigh the negatives on this one. Most importantly, the thoughtful design opens up gaming to an audience who may have issues with mobility, and for those who love tinkering, the device is highly customizable through remapping and connects easily to your devices. The comfortable layout, 8BitDo's incredible build quality, and small footprint make for a great gaming experience. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. This is our first one here. So please like and subscribe, keep us going, and please comment down below. Let me know what you liked, what you'd like to see next, and thanks.